What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the other side of the Firewall podcast, where we talk about the latest and greatest in cybersecurity news, as well as we highlight those movers and shakers and glass ceiling breakers, those people of color who've made it to the other side of the proverbial firewall. My name is Ryan Williams, and as always, I'm joined by Shannon Times.
What's up? What's up?
And LeVon Maynard.
Hey, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. What's going on, everybody? We made it to Friday. Congratulations. If you are tuning in for the first time this week, definitely go back. Monday, we talked about quantum computing and the executive order dealing with it. Tuesday, we talked about NIST and some changes to how we scrutinize the supply chain. So listen to that one. That's a good one as well. They're all good. They're all fire. All right, all bangers each week. Listen to all of them.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Wednesday, we have a discussion about the passwordless future and how Google, Microsoft, and Apple are pushing that agenda. So it's definitely a good conversation. If you have not, please go back to last week where we talked with Mike Ware for the Wednesday discussion, talking about diversity, inclusion, and the hiring process. Definitely a really good episode. So tune into that one. Please give us feedback. We want to know how it was received. So let us know how you felt about the episode and what you like to see in the future. But this is the Friday episode. So if you're tuning in, you want to hear about less cyber and more of all the other stuff, all the nerdy stuff we've been doing all week, right? The movies, the books, all that good stuff. Might talk a little bit about Marvel, no spoilers. But thank you for tuning in. Please share with your friends, your loved ones, your frenemies. I don't care. Just share it. Share it with the world. But without further ado, how was your guys' week?
Yeah, mine was pretty good. I got a chance to chill home. I've been doing some traveling for work lately, prior to this week, but this week was a week off, so I can enjoy myself with the family, get to hang out. I'm getting over like a little bit of a cold too, but feeling good today. But besides that, I've been watching some content. I've been enjoying some of the. I did watch the latest Doctor Strange as well as the latest Moon Knight.
Yeah,
and then. Console wise, I've been playing, focused a little bit on Halo. There's a new season out. Been getting into that, some multiplayer content there. And then the Yakuza Like a Dragon. I'm in like chapter 4. And I've been digging that so far. It's been really good. And then what else? I'm trying to think. Oh, did I finish off? I finished off. There's a small show called Russian Doll on Netflix. It's with,
okay.
Yeah,
season 2 came out.
Season 2, yeah. I watched the season 2, and it was interesting. It's like it's kind of out there. It's a little bit of like a time traveling thing that's happening in this one. The first one is more like a Groundhog Day.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was it like season 1 or is it different?
It's it's similar. I guess it's like same like energy, but it's different premise, I guess, a little bit.
Okay, so it's not that loop.
Yeah, it's not like stuck in the loop or anything. So it's like it's different. So they try to keep it moving. And I can see Shannon's face like, what the hell?
It's wacky.
I watched the trailer.
It's a little wacky.
I watched the trailer and I was just like, everybody's doing that now. Where it's like the Groundhog's Day thing, right? So like you had that show, you had the one with Marlon Wayans, was it Naked or whatever it was? Same thing. You had the same thing with Adam Devine did one. What was it called? Photo Booth or something like that. Like he keeps reliving the day. Like, I just watched the trailer. I didn't watch the movie, but I was just like, why is everybody doing this? Right? Like they just wake up.
Everything old is new again, right? Like they're like Bill Murray did a good job on this.
I was like, maybe he's executive producer on all of them. Maybe if we look at all of them, he's the executive producer. Like, oh, it's Groundhog's Day. Okay, whatever. Yeah.
They're doing Groundhog's Day with Groundhog's Day.
Yeah.
They make you watch this movie over and over again. Hey, wait a minute, let's watch this movie.
It's like the photo that has in the background stuff,
right?
That's of that same photo,
right. To infinity.
Yeah, Inception.
Inception. But it's I don't know, it's entertaining. It sounds like you saw the first season, Ryan.
Did you? Yes, I did. I did see the first season. I liked it.
Yeah, I liked that.
There's a whole lot of like, what is going on? And then you see from, like, you just get the whole day from different perspectives.
Yeah,
I like stuff like that. But
yeah,
I heard
yeah.
season 2 was different, so I was like, okay, I want to see how they introduced that. But I didn't even know it popped up. I haven't watched Netflix except for like one time this whole week. To be honest with you, I've
Yeah.
been gaming the whole week.
Dang. Okay, I
Yeah.
got to hear about that in a minute. I got to hear more about that. But yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting. I think I like the actress. I can't even think of her name, but the main
Right.
actress, and
Natasha Lyonne.
yeah, she plays the role pretty well. I think she's like, she's kind of quirky, and she's like, I don't know, she has like a raspy voice and like, whatever she does, her style. But I think she sells the character pretty well. It seems like her. Like, and besides that, I got Ozarks queued up because they have a new season out. The finale. And then the wife and I've been watching. I think it's called like National Parks or something like that on Netflix with Barack Obama. Like he's like, I don't know if he's dubbing it or he's like doing the voiceover for the different like nature shots and talking about the scenery and all this.
Okay.
It's really like this is kind of like a National Geographic type, documentary. I don't know what you call those, like nature documentary.
Right.
Um,
You got your Morgan Freemans
and
and your Will Smiths now. Like everybody's doing them.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But it's been pretty good so far. But that's been like, I think that was the gist of it so far. I didn't watch a whole lot. I did. Let me say this real quick because I did finish off Demon Slayer, the anime.
Oh man, I can't find it.
It's on Hulu.
Streaming. No, man, like because I'm over here. I gotta find the right country to VPN through. Like over here, it's still for pay. So you get season 1 for free, but all the Crunchyrolls and all that stuff, they want money for the next seasons.
Yeah, it's pretty fire. Like they like, especially
Man,
like
it's
the
right
last.
like he's telling me.
Yeah, like I think it's only, I would say, what is it? I don't know if it's 10 to 15 episodes in a season, but I think it's like 11 episodes.
Okay.
But like the last 5 of them are like all action. Like,
Okay.
it's pretty intense. And it gets really like pretty serious in some of the fighting. To get like pretty graphic and all that kind of stuff. But
Okay.
it's pretty legit. I think they did a good job on it. I think still my favorite is I want to watch it again and kind of make sure, kind of reinforce it. But I remember watching that Castlevania and like they're doing like the pre-boss fight and then the boss fight at the end of the finale. That kind of still blew my mind back when I first watched it. But it was kind of creeping up to that level. I thought it was pretty badass what they did in this anime. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all the main content I've been ingesting. Well, how about you, Shannon? What you been up to this week, man?
So let me ask you this, right? Because you said you finished up Moon Knight. What'd you think? I want y'all's opinion on this.
Moon Knight. I thought it was just okay. I think Ryan gave a pretty accurate score. I think I really enjoyed like the first maybe 2 episodes, maybe a little bit of the third. I don't know. First 2 episodes, I like the kind of the mystique of like what's going on and like he's blacking out and all of a sudden everybody's dead around him and all that stuff. But yeah, it didn't really capture my attention as it went on. It was getting a little like, I don't know, boring, I guess. Not a whole bunch, but I did kind of like the episode maybe before last. I mean, I kind of like the one where they're kind of going on the ship and a little bit of like trying to learn about his backstory a little bit. I did enjoy that. Trying not to reveal too much, but I think that episode was kind of good to me. But overall, if I had to give it like a overall score, it's like it's like an average, like a C. It's all right if you want to just like watch it real quick. It's only 6 episodes.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, but yeah, it's just it's an origin story, right? And it feels like 6 hours for origin story might be a little too long.
Yeah, they could have done that.
Because we're to the point we're at 28 movies, right? So I think it might be like if this was phase 1, phase 2, it would have different weight than what we're phase 4 now on our 28th movie. So I think 6 hours was a little too long, unless they had divulged everything. I think that's what crippled it. It was the mystery. You only get 2/3 of it, I guess, without spoiling. Like they give you enough to give you reason to watch a season 2. But I didn't think that's what the premise of these shows were. I thought these shows were bridges or origin stories that didn't necessarily need sequels. You don't really need a. I thought Disney was going to. I don't need a season 2. I want to quickly introduce you to a character, or I want to bridge between 2 movies and keep it rolling. But this one they had to dial it back to give you a season 2, and I think that's what hurt it for me. Because I got the, you know what I mean. I like the origin. I like the Oscar Isaac act his butt off. You know, playing multiple personalities. I like how they introduced some new superheroes. You know what I mean? Like if I was of Egyptian descent or culture or what have you, I'll be pretty pumped. Like you get the feels. I got a little Black Panther type feel from one of the introductions. I was like, okay,
right.
I like that. I like what you just did. That's right true. There.
Yeah.
But then it kind of ended kind of just like with a whimper for me. Like it didn't really do it for me.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I am. Like the second season, I'm not hyped to see a second season of this. You know what I mean? Like,
I
was hoping you just throw him right into a movie. Like here's everything about him over that's 6 hours, and then boom, here's the Moon Knight movie.
Yeah, because you've knocked it all out now, right? So like now I just need to see suits and
right. I already understand the character.
Yeah.
And what he could do, but I still don't completely understand the character, in my opinion, anyway. Like, so I'm just like, you left something on the table, and I don't. That kind of not soured it, but it just didn't. You had a chance to push it to an 8. You settled on a 7.
Right.
Usually.
I think you're being generous as a 7.
Oh, you think so? You think like a 6?
Yeah. Well, think about it like this. Think about it like this. When you think about what you saw with Multiverse of Madness, like you think it's along those same lines? You think it's like Moon Knight?
No. But those are.
What was your rating for that? That's what I'm saying, right? Like,
you're right. You're right. Yeah. So like a 6.5, a 7 for Moon Knight, and like a 7 or a 7.5 for Multiverse of Madness.
Okay.
Was it not bad scores? Like 7 is good, 8 is great, 9 is amazing, 10 is a masterpiece.
For Marvel, it's a bad score.
A Marvel 7 is like anybody else's 8 or 9.
You might be right. But no, for me, it didn't really move the needle for me. But again, I said it before, I'll say it again. I'm willing to give them a pass, right? Because they always outfire. So I'm not tripping too hard, but I'm not like, oh, let me see what they're gonna do with the second season of Moon Knight, if they even do it. Because like you said, they might just, okay, this is a new phase 4 character, right? And so,
right. And they kind of went back and forth with that because they pulled back a tweet, and originally they said series finale, and then they posted it again. They said season finale.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So they kind of pulled back a tweet, kind of sort of. So I think there will be a season 2 of Moon Knight.
But it's got to get in line, man. You've got so many other ones that are just waiting, right? You still got Loki, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, She-Hulk, the Marvel show. Is it Miss Marvel, or is it going to be?
It's Miss Marvel. They got Echo. They got Echo that's coming out. Yeah, so
is it because they're continuing series? They're continuing series with spinoffs, right? Like Loki's going to get an actual like season 2, but like WandaVision, that's going to be something different, right? That's going to be Agatha Harkness.
Agatha
right?
Harkness, yeah.
So that it's still
House of Harkness, I think is what.
Yeah, the House of Harkness. So still kind of the show, but it's a spinoff. Like Echo is going to be a spinoff from Hawkeye. So like they're not really doing sequels, but in this case, I think they are going to do a season 2. Because if you see it in the movie, you're not going to understand it, right? Like there's still a piece that they left. Pieces potentially. I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything, but they didn't give you everything.
No, that's true. That's true. But so one of the other things I watched, I don't know if you guys saw this. So like Star Trek, this Strange New Worlds. Did you guys see this?
Yeah,
one?
Did that drop?
It came out Thursday. Yeah, like 2 days ago. It's a series. So like it's kind of picking up. I don't want to say picking up from where Discovery is. So they do reference Star Trek Discovery, right?
Right.
Same timeline. It's pretty fire, man.
That's what I'm hearing. Yeah. Is it more like traditional Star Trek?
Yes. So like there's only one episode in, right? So they just dropped it a couple days ago.
Because I hear a lot of people wanted to go back to that formula. Like they thought Picard and Discovery was a little too loose with which I enjoyed them.
So I enjoyed
was a little bit more in line.
Yeah, I enjoyed Discovery until season 4. Season 4, they slowed it down some, but I think that's because of some real life stuff, right? Like you had COVID to deal with, and one of the main actors was pregnant, right? So she's not gonna do a lot.
Yeah, she's not getting blown up over the console because that's a staple.
Yeah,
we got hit. We gotta fix that. Every time I get hit, I gotta flip over.
I better get the wires up, do something.
Sparks, like, can we not tone down the voltage? Like, what are we doing?
But Strange New Worlds though is pretty fire, man. It's Captain Pike, right? So, but they've already cast. I mean, I'm not giving away any spoilers or anything, but they've already cast a Captain Kirk for season 2. So even though it's the first episode of season 1, they're already shooting, because this one I think got delayed a year from its release. I think is what ended up happening because of COVID.
Oh, okay.
So like it's been sitting there done, and they just waited for the release of it. And I don't know if that's because they were trying to get everything else out as well, right? Like, so you had Star Trek Discovery that was still trying to release stuff, Picard with its season 2.
Yeah, maybe
just how they slotted it. But yeah, if you get a chance, I would say get that in. It's pretty good.
Okay. We'll watch it.
Yeah. I watched this movie with Samuel L. Jackson. Like, this dude, he works just to work, man. This movie, and it's called Cleaner. Have you guys seen this one? Cleaner.
I think I see the
sounds familiar.
The advertisement for it.
Yeah, you probably saw the thumbnail if you go to
the thumbnail. Yeah,
Netflix, but it's Cleaner. Yeah, so like it's
an older movie though, right? It's like
2007.
2007.
Is he an assassin or a custodian?
No,
you can go either way.
Exactly. So like when I saw the thing pop up, I was like, oh, he's an assassin, right? But no, he is a crime scene cleaner. A janitor, so he's a cleaner. Like
right, but for crime scenes, okay.
Yeah, but like there's some other stuff that goes into it, twists and whatnot, and it's not bad. You know what I mean? Like I'm always willing to give Sam a chance, right?
Right.
There's a game on the Switch called The Cleaner, and you play as, well, I don't want to give it away because it might tie into this movie indirectly because there's a twist.
So it is. There's a little bit of a twist, and that gives me 2007. I mean, I guess I'm not really spoiling anything, but yeah, there's a twist to it, to where it's like, huh, what happened here just now? Okay, who's this? Yeah,
gotcha. What platform are you watching on?
I think it was Netflix. I'm
okay,
fairly certain.
Yeah, I think I saw it on Netflix too. Yeah,
I think it was Netflix where I saw that one. But yeah, that was pretty good. But let's see, Strange New World. Watched another episode of The Neighborhood with Cedric the Entertainer. That dude's hilarious to me. So that was pretty good. But that was kind of it. I didn't video games, still not on them. I know I said before, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna watch Horizon, but now I'm like, I'm not playing video games at all, so I don't even have it on there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. What about you, Ryan?
Got you. So I did get my game on this week. I played a new game called Trek to Yomi. It's a samurai, like black and white, like kind of side scroller, but not really. Like it shifts perspective. Like you don't have a free roaming camera. Like you enter a scene and it has a determined camera angle, and then you duke it out or whatever. It's the type of game where you if you time your parry perfectly, you can kill your enemies with 1 or 2 hits type situation. So like the old Kurosawa type samurai joints where they just stand there and stare at each other, and then it just be like the one hit, and then one of them drops. I like it. I like it.
Sounds like Ninja Gaiden. You guys ever played Ninja Gaiden back in the day? Remember the cut scene in the beginning? Like one just drops.
Right. So I'm enjoying it. It's kind of hard, to be honest with you. But it has lots of save points. Like every so many scenes has a save state, and there's lots of collectibles to find. So like you'll have one path, or not necessarily. So I got to a point where you can take multiple paths to get where you want to get. So you can sometimes you can go around enemies. But if you go the unbeaten path, you'll find collectibles, stuff like that. And it begins like any samurai joint. It has like the flashbacks you playing as a kid with a sword that's bigger than you, and then you jump to the present, and you're young strapping samurai out there,
right,
putting down the bad guys. So I like it. It's very on the nose. So I'm enjoying it. And that was free on Game Pass. And then season 2 of Halo came out, so I've been playing A little bit of multiplayer, get my butt kicked. So I've been playing like Last Spartan Standing, which is their version of Battle Royale for Halo. I enjoy it. I hate that map. Like the map they got you on,
Oh,
I don't like the map.
you don't? Yeah,
Um,
not a big fan of it.
yeah, I'm just not. I don't know. It's just it feels too big sometimes, but that's the whole point, right? It's Battle Royale.
Yeah,
You don't know where they're coming from. Um,
right.
I've won once by accident, like
Oh,
because it's not only kill count, but it's also it has to be kill count and maybe experience points. Like I died, I was the third to last Spartan who died, and then the last two went to last stand, and they killed each other, and it made me the winner. like,
like
like I
what
guess
the?
they tied when they died because they killed
Yeah,
each other. They both
right.
Spartans fell, and it was like winner, and then my
Interesting.
icon popped up, and I was like, I'll take it.
Nice. Yeah, I didn't know
But
you
yeah,
could
I've
do
only
that.
won once. But so yeah, I've been playing around with that. Just it's fun. I know I won't get very far. Like last season, I only made it to like level 8 before I dropped out. I was like, and there's 100 levels, right? So
Oh, dang.
I
Yeah,
was like, I'm out.
yeah.
for those for those reasons, I'm out. But now I'm on like level 5. So but yeah, I like it. It's the Halo formula. I'm having fun. When it came to TV, I watched Moon Knight. So Moon Knight's over with. I got to catch up on Halo. I'm an episode behind. The reviews for it are just like meh. So I'm not in a hurry for this episode. Um, I watched an anime called The Bubble on Netflix. It's actually pretty good. It's full length film. It gives me Studio Ghibli vibes, but it's very fast paced. So it's like the anime formula kids are the main protagonists. They're stuck in a bubble that fell on Tokyo. So you could leave if you wanted to, but if you stay inside of it, it's like completely flooded because it rains all the time. So everything's flooded out, everything's destroyed. And they basically compete in this parkour type competition for food. Um,
Hmm.
Very fast paced. Of course, you have the one protagonist that's just so skilled. Like he jumps in the race, it's half over. He's like, all right, I'll jump in, and then he wins. You be like, but how? These kids were a mile ahead of you. Like, but I enjoyed it. It's very pretty anime. But it'll give you because the soundtrack and the premise, it'll give you kind of Studio Ghibli type vibes from it. But I enjoyed it. And then obviously I went and saw Multiverse of Madness. I was gonna go to the first showing was in 3D, but then I decided not to. I was like, I'm just not a 3D type person because I had to put glasses on top of my glasses. I'm not feeling it. Glad I didn't. So I could actually enjoy the movie. I would give it 7.5. Not bad. Not a bad movie at all. It was actually good. It had a lot going for it. Like visually, it's super impressive. They really lean heavy into the multiverse stuff. They let Sam Raimi do his thing. I would say it's akin to being almost a horror flick. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
but
So you agree? So you agree with that, LeVon? Like, because I've seen some reviews that kind of say the same thing. Like, this is not normal Marvel that we're used to. And there
Yeah.
is stuff that is just like, wow, that's like I saw one review, they were like, man, don't bring your kids.
Yeah. I
Like,
got
yeah, I would say yeah, it like for us as adults, it's nothing. But yeah, I would say like if you brought your child, they might be like, yo, hold up.
yeah. It
Hold
gets
up.
dark at one point. Like it
Yeah.
gets like the boys. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that, but they start like murdering some some people, like, and you see some gruesome stuff. Uh, so I definitely could see where kids, especially if they're just used to some regular Marvel movie where people kind of like, oh, you get punched and might be a little bit of blood on your lip or something, but uh, some people got like cut in half. I'll say that much.
Burnt alive.
what's the
Yeah,
rating? Is it rated R?
13. It's 13. Like because like they some stuff is off camera enough where
right. You can't
but you know
really,
what happened.
right.
But a
You
child is
know.
gonna question it, be like, hey, what's that red stuff that came from the other side?
Right, right. What's that dripping red stuff there? I don't get it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's I enjoyed the movie overall. I think there's some scenes that were like, I don't know, maybe I don't know if it's the acting or just kind of corny or like that kind of like sense where I'm like, I don't know, it's not really believable, or like they feel like it actually seems like they're acting.
Right.
And then
And very
yeah,
campy sometimes. Like
yeah,
that's a Sam Raimi movie. Like what they wanted, that's the vibe they wanted. That's what they got.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but like, but here's the thing, though, right? So like, we were talking about this offline a little bit, Ryan. But like, when it comes to the Sam Raimi stuff, the only stuff I've ever seen that he's directed is the Spider-Man movies, right? Like, I had to go look up his
Right. But so I know him from the uh Evil Dead.
Evil Dead.
That's my first introduction to Sam Raimi. And it's not that. So like those movies are very campy, very corny. But in my childhood, like I really enjoy them. Like I can watch them till this day because of nostalgia, right? It has elements, but Kevin Feige doesn't let him go full Sam Raimi, but close enough where it fits the vibe of the movie because of the Doctor Strange stuff that they have not been showing in Marvel is the occult type stuff. Like it gets real wild in the Doctor Strange comics. So they're just now starting to touch on that stuff in the live action. So I think he was the proper director to give it to be honest with you. But then you get his Sam Raimi isms where you be like, well, okay.
And that's the thing. That's not usually, you know what I mean? So this is I'm not gonna say he sunk a franchise, right? I'm not gonna say that at all. But as each progressive Spider-Man that he did for Sony went on, like each one
Yeah.
was worse. You know what I'm saying? The first one
Right.
was
Yeah. He would lean heavier and heavier
worse. Yeah.
into his stuff. But like I think it's a healthy balance, but it stops it from being an 8 for me. It caps it at like a 7.5. But it's not bad. Like a 7.5 for a Marvel flick is still a really good movie. And like visually, it's super impressive.
When I looked earlier for Rotten Tomatoes, I think now granted it's the critics, right? The critics aren't always right, but like the critic reviews, I think it was like a 77% or something like that.
I feel that they're spot on.
Yeah, but audience was 88, I think, when I looked. But for Marvel movies, when it comes to the audience reviews on the tomato meter or whatever, it's in the 90s like almost every time, right?
Right.
Marvel usually knocks it out of the park every time. So I don't know.
It's still not bad though. I'm telling you, like the worst of all time will always be Thor 2: The Dark World. And even that, it's just like it's not bad movie. It's just it's missable. Like you just skip that one. It's fine. Just go straight to the next one. But like this one, I believe it to be it's a good movie. Like it's not missable. Like you definitely need to watch this one, and it opens up the doors to a lot of Marvel is going to be able to get out of their own way type stuff. Like they're not going to, like 28 films is a lot of films, and now they're just like we can pivot when we want to because of this movie opens up doors. So they're not locked. They're not locked in. They can actually can get somewhere without having a retcon or say no, that's not the way that happened, or like they can pivot as necessary and still be great.
Well, that's how you open up the door for all the new stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like you're only gonna want to see, Thor and Guardians for so long before it's like, man, we on Guardians 6 now. You know what I mean? Like what
right.
are we gonna do here?
Right.
Like,
And all those are pretty much done. I think like James Gunn said the third one is it. That's it for the Guardians, at least for him. A lot of the actors like Batista's, it was like, hey, I coming back. I did my time.
But his thing is not a content thing though, right? He's
right.
Like, I can't keep my shirt off at 50 some odd years old, right?
I can't do the Hugh Jackman forever, right?
Yeah. I'll be big Thor here shortly. I'm 50 some odd years old. Because Batista's like 52 or something like that, 53. So
yeah.
A lot more work to keep yourself in shape at that age.
Yeah, but I think they did a good job with it. Like at 28, because I didn't know it was 28. I was just like, yeah, we're at like 20, right? And then before the movie starts, they do trivia. And then this Doctor Strange was the 28th film. I was just like, yeah, they're getting to a point where there needs to be a reboot or a pivot or something like that because these actors are getting older, and just you're prolonging stories that at some point younger audiences won't get. You know what I mean? Like they're some kids start at movie 10. That's how long this franchise has been cranking them out. So that I thought that they did a good job with, like, okay, now we can do side stories, we can do new stories, we can usurp your expectations, because there's so much material we can play with, and now you understand how this works because of Loki and this movie, and they're like give you the ability to not be stuck as an audience member as well. Like, you don't have to be pigeonholed into your previous experience with the movies. You can be like, okay, they've able to do different things now, because they it's open to anything.
Right.
So I did like that. And then they, of course, they introduced some new characters and things of that nature as well, to keep the ball rolling. And you have your nostalgia factors and whatnot. I don't know if Raimi, I keep saying his name wrong. I don't know if Raimi's going to do another one, but I wouldn't be surprised. But I honestly kind of want to see what the original concept was, because they did reshoots for this one. I don't know if it was the most reshoots for a Marvel film, but they did a lot of reshoots for this film. Probably because he leaned too hard. So they had to go back and change some of the scenes and whatnot. And I couldn't tell. Like, it didn't feel like watching the Snyder Cut versus the regular Justice League, or the worst one, the worst offender being Suicide Squad, right? The original Suicide Squad. It was chopped up so much, it was a different film. I didn't feel that in this one. It didn't feel like two different directors filmed it. So I was very surprised, because I watched all the stuff afterward, the Easter eggs behind the scenes, all that stuff afterward, and they're like, yeah, we did a lot of reshoots for this movie. And I kind of want to know why. Like, was it too much? Did he go too hard in the paint? And the mouse was like, hey, wait a minute.
So like that's kind of Feige's call, isn't it?
Feige? Yeah, it'll be Feige's call. Yeah. Feige. So he might have went too hard, because it does have a horror element to it, right? Like maybe he was out here showing the off-screen deaths on screen. They're like, that's an R. We need you to pull that back. So that's definitely interesting. But yeah, I all in all, it was a good experience. I would say it's hard to rank them now because there's too many movies. It's not in my top 10. I put it like that. It's not my top 10, but it definitely will get rewatched when I go home with the kids, because I don't think they're going to go see it in theater. So when it comes on streaming, I'll definitely watch it again.
Well, that's not going to be for another 90 days or so.
Yeah. Which is still fast to me, like, because it used to feel like it took a year for a movie to make it to VHS or DVD.
Yeah, but this is property they own, and they own a streaming service to host it on, right?
Right.
No negotiation for distribution or any of that.
Yeah, they're like cranking them out quick, which I like. I appreciate that. So when it does stream, I'll watch it again.
Yeah. Okay. I'm skeptical. Like if there's anything you're kind of riding the fence on, I'm like, ooh, that ain't for me. That ain't for me.
I'm not trying to undersell it or oversell it. I'm just off of I didn't walk out of there feeling like an Endgame or a it didn't feel like an Endgame, and it didn't feel like a Thor Thor 2. It didn't feel like an Eternals either. Like Eternals, even I'm like, so like I could do the bottom half. The bottom half is Thor 2, the Eternals. And there's another one where I just like, nah, that wasn't that great. I can't remember off the top of my head though.
I second the movie credit. I think it had a good amount of action in it, as well as there's definitely some like surprises, I guess, throughout the or at least at one part. There's some new faces that pop up in there.
Yeah, and I didn't.
Don't give it away. Don't give it away.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't guess at the plot too hard. Like going into it, I had a different. I thought the movie was gonna go in a different direction than it actually did. So that was pleasantly surprising. Like I couldn't predict the whole movie. So that was good. Again, it's not bad. It's just everybody's going in like even myself, like all of these movies are going to be Black Panther. They're all going to be Endgame. They're all going to be, you know what I mean? Like they all can't be that. This is not possible. Like Spider-Man, the Spider-Man that what is it? No Way Home. That messed up my whole scale. Like I will never recover. That movie was so great.
Set the bar too high, right?
The bar is too high now. They can't do it. All right, they can't do it.
And I don't know if I like to me personally, like I liked Spider-Man movie. It wasn't like it didn't really like I don't know how to describe it. Like I think it's a great movie, but it's not like something that I would say like, oh man, it's like greatest movie ever made kind of thing, or like
right.
Like it wasn't like I don't know if it's even the greatest Marvel movie to me.
You talking about the Tom Holland Spider-Mans, or you talking about
the most recent one? Just the most recent one that Ryan's talking about. Yeah, but it's just like different levels of like different tastes, I guess. But then, because I like Spider-Man movies, but it's like I don't know. I think it was really good, but it wasn't like, man, it's like my favorite Marvel movie ever. I think it didn't.
Right.
Yeah.
For me, it was the nostalgia that pushed the bar.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way they'll add more. Oh, they added more. It just kept going up.
Like, who's that? Oh my God, what are they doing?
Like, there's no way they'll do that. No, they did it. It was like, watch the wrestling match. He was like, oh my God.
Oh my God. What is he doing?
They're going up to the top rope. This can't be happening right now.
Right. So my scale is kind of jacked up, but I think we all agree Thor: The Dark World was trash.
Yeah. It took me at least 3 times to make it through it, man.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't see it in the theater, and I had it on Blu-ray, I think is what it was. And like I was falling asleep. I was just like, wow, why do I keep falling asleep on this? Like even one time the second time I watched it, I was like, okay, let me not wait till late on at night or anything like that. I watched it like earlier in the day, and I was just like, what? Like I can't get through this. And it was always around the same part. Like I didn't get any more than like 40 minutes in, if that even. I'm just like, golly, okay.
Yeah, just know my interest. But I'm kind of like, so I don't know what other implications the Thor movie will have, because I'm about to go media blackout on that too. I don't want to get anything spoiled. And then, is this fall Black Panther 2? Am I remembering correctly?
I thought it got pushed to 2023 because she got hurt on set.
I thought it got pushed to this fall because she got hurt on set.
Well, let's see.
Like, what is the fall movie? Because it can't be Guardians, can it? Is it Guardians? No, Guardians is next year. I know there's a fall Marvel flick, so whatever that is, we'll see how it pivot. Because we still haven't gotten to a point where I guess they're doing things different than before, right? Can't keep doing the same formula. Like before, they built up to Thanos, like 10, 12 movies. They kept building up. This just seems like a bunch of introductions to stuff. Like we're gonna continue some stuff, and we're gonna introduce some new stuff, but we don't have a big bad, so to speak, yet. So that's what I'm waiting for. Like the road to whatever that fight's gonna be, to your I don't know, Galactus or your Kangs or whomever. I guess it's Kang. Like will probably be the big bad they're moving towards.
This doesn't seem right.
But it was like the post-credit scene of every Marvel flick before you got to Thanos was starting to become a Thanos one. Where, you know what I mean? He's getting the gauntlet. He's like, I do it myself. We haven't gotten to there yet. So I'm kind of interested to see what that road looks like. Because that'd be interesting.
So this doesn't seem right, but it looks like Miss Marvel is coming out in June.
The TV show, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, it
Yeah.
doesn't. Disney Plus, okay. Disney Plus original.
Yeah, so she's coming out in June. She-Hulk comes out though. When She-Hulk's coming out too. And What If comes back. So What If will be back this year as well. I can't wait for that.
Actually, I'm not. So She-Hulk is TBD, to be determined, as well as What If. And this is an article from April, it looks like.
Yeah. But I started playing the Guardians of the Galaxy game. It's actually really good. It's a good single player game. Little weird because you're used to certain people being certain characters, and that's not the case at all. Like they still have the same essence as the comic character, which was embodied in live action, but like Peter Quill is a totally different dude who looks different. Well, not totally different dude, but different voice actor. He looks different. Same thing with Gamora. Drax kind of sounds like Batista. Rocket kind of sounds like that's one of the guns, right? That plays Rocket. One of the
Rocket is Bradley Cooper.
Right? Is it Bradley Cooper? Oh, okay. I was totally
Cooper.
wrong.
Yeah.
But he still kind of sounds like Bradley Cooper's interpretation of him. But totally different vibe kind of to it than the movies. It's more like the comics, but I like it so far. It seems very straightforward though. There's no branching paths or anything like that. Like you're just playing through a story and you're getting to wherever it's going to. So I played for like probably 4 hours or so. Gunplay's okay. And you get into really big fights and it's like, it becomes like a teamwork type game. Like you can tell, you only control Star-Lord, but you can tell the other characters where to use their special powers at. So like Drax is super strong. He can break down certain enemy defenses. Rocket has obviously demolition is his specialty. Groot can aid you in the single player path to make you bridges with his vines, or in the multiplayer you can whip him around and start beating up characters. And then Gamora's an assassin, so you can send her after characters to assassinate them. So all in all, it's fun.
But you can't play them when they're performing these functions. Like you just
no, it becomes more like in real-time strategy with them. Like you can point them in a direction and tell them what to do, but you play Star-Lord. So it's a little bit different that way. But so far so good. Like it feels like there's a lot of adult jokes in it too. Like there's obviously something happens in the second stage and you get to answer questions, right? Like kind of like a telltale game. Like someone will say a statement and then you get to pick, and it's pretty much like the smartest answer or like be sensitive to the situation. but something happens. You're like, wait a minute. Like, should I acknowledge that? I'm told it changes the dialogue. Like I don't know how significantly, but there's certain answers changes future dialogue. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it looks pretty interesting. I put that one in my queue as well. So I'm gonna have to check it out sometime too.
Yeah, it looks great too. It's a great
yeah. Have you been playing on one of your nice TVs that you have out there?
No, because I'm afraid of. So I'm afraid of two things. I'm afraid of traveling and breaking it. It's pretty sturdy though, right? And then B, clean power. I've been having some power issues outside of my home and on site. I'm just like, do I really want to risk taking it out of my house and putting in the bad power supply, and then causes damage? So I'm just like, when I get home, I'll appreciate the graphics.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, no need to push it.
Yeah. But I did that one time. That one time I was like, oh man, I got to come back here because they have a really nice Bravia in one of the break rooms. So I tried it on there. I was like, oh, this looks gorgeous. But I'm like, don't want to risk it.
Right.
So no, I have not taken it. But all in all, though, like I got a huge backlog, so there's plenty of games for me to still play. Stuff I got to go back to playing. And like these games just don't die. Like Forza, I'm probably gonna download that again because it's more content. Like same thing with Halo, they just keep dropping content. So it's like if y'all could just let me go, like just make the game, make it have a conclusion. Let me move on to the next game. I gotta keep reinstalling old games.
Right. It's true.
Yeah.
You can get you a nice little hard drive or something you can store them on there.
Yeah, I might have to. Yeah, I might have to. Because I got plenty of space right now, but even still, it's still I can't download Call of Duty. That's gonna take half a hard drive. So that's not gonna happen.
Right.
The games are getting too big.
But that's what you're asking for, right? Like you want more detail, you want larger maps. So they're like,
Yeah.
okay, it's going to cost you 400 gigs.
Right. And memory is a premium, like a gig of the like the SSD card that you buy for Xbox is like 220, 250, something like that.
Yeah.
That's almost a Series S. I'm not buying that. I
Yes,
just keep re-downloading these things. I don't have internet caps. Can't threaten me with a good time. I just re-download it.
But as I was saying too, you can you get like a cheaper hard drive just to store it, because you can copy it to, even if it's not like a SSD style.
Oh, okay. You just can't play it, but you
just can't play it. At least you can't play the design for Series SX games like off the hard drive. But you can actually play. I played some games before that are just designed for like the regular, the compatible with like Series X, and maybe compatible with Xbox One. You can play this right off the hard drive.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I might have to do that then. Because that'd be a lot cheaper. I could pay $100 as opposed to 200 and some change. So that might be the move. But yeah, it was a good week. Like I need to hit the books, but that's not what this episode's for. So I'm gonna get my game on, but I'm definitely gonna throw Star Trek on my queue. And there was something else. Oh, the cleaner. I might check that one out.
Yeah, you're not gonna be like, oh wow, I didn't see that coming. You might figure it out like halfway through, but still, that's what's going on. But no, I mean Samuel, man, he just puts stuff out there. You're just like, wow, okay, this is straight.
He don't turn on roles. Well, he probably do, but he stays employed.
Well, he turns them down because if he doesn't have the time, right? Was that you that was telling us that? Like, he's like, it's my job. Like, if I have the bandwidth, then I'll do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep working. At some point, he has to wrap it up though, because even Denzel's talking about retiring.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like that Macbeth was on his bucket list, so he's about to check out.
I mean, he's made the money, but at this point, it's kind of like maybe because he doesn't like what's coming his way, though, right? Maybe he's just being too selective, and he's like, "Y'all are sending me trash." Why
he's like, a cop again?
Yeah.
In military again?
Yeah.
Now I'm an assassin? Like, give me some new and original. Like Fences. I want to be an abusive husband and father.
Well, he's doing Equalizer 3, right? There was a third Equalizer, right? Or
really?
No? I thought I saw that somewhere. I could be wrong on that.
It's getting like oh boy, Liam Neeson. Like, leave this dude alone. But why do you keep taking his family members? Like, it's not going to end good for you.
Well, remember with Equalizer, well, I guess the second one was a little bit different, but like he was just helping other people, right?
Right.
There's always going to be people in trouble. It's not like you're coming after him. You're not coming after his daughter or whatever.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You just messed with the wrong associate of the Equalizer.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's your fault. But yeah, all in all, I'm excited. Next week is Jurassic Park, and then Memorial Day weekend is Top Gun Maverick.
So is Jurassic Park coming out next week or next?
I was gonna say, I think that's June, wasn't it?
June 8th or something like that.
I thought it was next weekend.
No, I think the next one is the Maverick,
because that's Memorial Day weekend,
right? Yeah, I think it's June 8th or 10th. I think. Oh man, let me look it up.
I could have sworn it was next weekend.
Well, y'all might have, so it might be releasing over there for you guys next week.
Yeah, maybe we get an early joint.
Yeah,
because this one was cool, the Doctor Strange one, because it had Benedict Cumberbatch and Benedict, the guy who plays Wong. I can't remember his last name, but it is both Benedicts.
Isn't it Wong?
Yeah, in real life, is it Wong?
I think it's Wong in real life.
Oh, okay. But it had both of them at the very beginning of the movie, thanking us for our service and all that good stuff. And then the movie started. So every now and then you get one of those. So you're like, okay, appreciate you. I did not know he sounds British. Everybody's British.
Right.
That's very true.
Everybody's British, man. So I was like, I did not know that. You guys do an excellent job at American accents. But we do not do an excellent job with British accents.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 10 June, Jurassic World Dominion.
Oh man. Maybe I'm wrong. Huh. I'll let you know. I'm like, hey, I saw the movie. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the list of movies coming out. And then there's no games coming out that are on my radar at all. Like COVID's messed up the pipeline so much, they're not even giving dates anymore. I think the next game I'm tracking is Starfield this fall. Comes out October or November.
I think it's November 22.
Yeah. Yep. So that one drops in November. A game that I will never finish. Because it will be too big. I already know it. I will still download it. I will still play it, but I will never finish it. So there's that. But I think that pretty much wraps up this episode. So thank you, LeVon. Thank you, Shannon. It's always a pleasure to have you give your commentary and all that good stuff. Break down these articles. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you to the listeners who are tuning in, who made it all the way through to the point of no return. Once we get to that 40 minutes, you'd be stretching, boy. Thank you for always tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe again. Please go back and listen to our content on Monday through Wednesday. It's pretty good stuff. Again, like, share, subscribe, all that goodness. Hit us up on all of our social medias. You can hit me up personally. I'm at RyRy Security Guy. That's RYRY Security Guy. I'm on Clubhouse, LinkedIn, Twitter, and TikTok. And you, LeVon?
Yes, sir. You can hit me up on the Twitters at LeVon Maynard.
There it is. Stay safe. Stay secure.
Take care.